Hi guys, I thought I'd film a get ready with me today. I usually don't like to talk about anything else but makeup, but today I thought I would talk about a specific topic that is very near and dear to my heart. The reason why I'm gonna talk to you guys today is because I've been watching a lot of makeup videos and I love scouring the internet for new techniques, new styles, and basically, hold on, I'm trying to get my stuff together. I'm using primer. I already put lotion on. I used the Confidence Cream from It Cosmetics. And I'm just gonna rub this in. So lately I've been seeing a lot of videos, and especially because it's getting into the bridal season and it's Indian bridal season. And I watched this video on Huda Beauty, and it was reposted from Mary Had a Little Glam. But it's basically they do this makeup for this girl. She's like almost like olive tone skin tone, and she's really pretty and she's tired and whatever. I get it. You're gonna do a little glam for her. She's gonna look real cute. That's great. I'm all for that. But then I was watching them, and then this girl like lathers on a whole new shade, like a whole new world, whole new shade on her. Like she is basically getting bleach looking on her. And I get it. I get where our culture goes, where it's like fair and lovely, white is beautiful, and everything. Colorism is so rampant and huge in India. And I know it's very common in a lot of other cultures, but I think I don't know if other cultures have bleaching creams like Fair and Lovely, or just like the way we're brought up is so focused on our skin tone. Like now, like when I was growing up, it was all about me looking light all the time. My dad is lighter skinned, my mother, and my mom is really dark skinned, and she would, whenever we'd have like PTA or any kind of like teacher event where my mom had to come to school, she'd be like, "Oh no, I'm too dark. No, everyone's gonna make fun of me because I'm so dark." And I'm like, nobody cares that you're dark. Like literally, no one cares. And she's like, "No, I can't come into work. I can't come to your school because you just have a dark mom." So she would feel really like weird, and it was like it's my mom. Like I think she's beautiful and I love her. So like, why would you think that? But then growing up, I started to realize how much color played into the world. I guess our world. Since, yeah, even though I grew up in America, like, it didn't really matter because I came home and it was 99% Indian all day, every day, except for Scooby Dooby Doo and all the cartoons I watched. Yeah, I'm putting on Too Faced. I'm going to actually dampen this a little bit more. Hold on. So, anyways, my mom would always be like, "Don't go in the shade. We can't go to the beach. We go in the summer. Don't go in the sun. You're gonna get dark." Even in college, my girlfriends who wanted to go tan, because I had a lot of Caucasian friends who I love dearly with all my heart, we'd always find places where it was half shade and half sun, so I could stay light skinned and she could get darker, and it just would like I just thought that my mom was like, "My mom is gonna kill me if I get dark. My mom is gonna get so mad if I get dark." And like now I look back and I'm like, what the heck? Like that is such a weird thing to have. And in India, our stigma is like, it doesn't matter if she's beautiful and she has beautiful features and beautiful eyes. As long as she's light skinned, she's hot or she's worth getting married to. And I'm relatively light skinned, but going to a school with full of Indians, and I lived in a town where there was a lot of Indians, and so like they had a whole homeroom just for Indians, because they had the same last name. So, anyways, I was considered dark, and it was weird because in the community that I'm from Southeast India, and so a lot of us are a little bit darker than me, but my dad is a little bit light skinned, so I have some of his complexion. So it was really weird to me when I went to school and I saw like, Northern Indians, and they were much lighter than me, and I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't have a problem with it, I didn't care. But they would like, "Oh, you're a dark Indian." I'm like, I'm not dark. I'm light skinned, okay? Um but they were North Indian, and North Indians are a lot lighter than we are because obviously we're closer to the equator. We got more sun, we got more tan, and so it really bothered me that I was looked at as not light skinned. And a lot of my friends who are dark, who are light skinned, that are Indian struggle with this, that, oh, I'm getting darker and I'm getting lighter. Like, when I goes to any party or anything like that, and if I went out for the sun or I went to the beach or whatever, which I don't really do, but anyways, I'm just baking right now. Sorry, I'm using the Huda Beauty to bake. So hold on. I can't do too many things at one time. Anyways, so when I go to the beach, I come back to an event, and aunties be like, "Oh my God, you got so dark. What happened to you?" Like, I was having a good time. That's what was happening to me. Sorry, auntie, but they would comment on my skin and or my weight or whatever. But right now the focus is on the color. But yes. And I would be like, yeah, I got a tan and I love my dark skin. It is so nice. You know what's funny? When you go to a party or any kind of event where aunties like, they like do like the backhand compliment or, oh, you're such a pretty girl. Why are you so single? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, all those things. Or, oh, you didn't find a man yet? Like, oh, you got a little bigger, huh? You've been eating a lot. Mom must be cooking a lot of good food. Or, okay, I got it, auntie. Anyways, so I would get a lot of, like, comments, and the one, like, the kryptonite is when you actually love yourself. They can't handle it. They don't know how to process it. When someone says, oh, yeah, thank you, I am a big girl. Oh yeah, thank you. Whenever people make fun of my weight, because I've gotten a lot bigger than I used to be. I mean, I was like 100 pounds for 20 years, most of my life, and then college happened, and then marriage happened. So yeah, I like to eat, whatever. So anyways, a lot of aunties are like, oh, you got so big. I'm like, yeah, my husband likes big girls, or my husband likes me this way. And they're like, what? Or if they say I'm dark, they're like, I had a good time. I was on my boat for hours, so I got a tan. Like, they can't handle when someone loves themselves. And even if you have to fake it to make it, like, you can never let them know that it gets to you. So anyways, colorism is such an important thing that happens in our culture, and I hate when I see young girls who are darker complexion and they feel like they're the ugly duckling. I'm like, no, that's not. First of all, we shouldn't be focusing on our complexion. And right now my makeup is basically my focus most of the time. It's not about how we look. And yeah, I know I love makeup, and that's just because I love art, and this is a form of art to me, but we really should be focusing on ourselves and our insides, because who we are as a personality looks fade. It's really about who you are as a person when no one is there. That's really what stands out. And we all go through learning phases, and we all go through times where we have to learn that some things are not okay, some things are okay, and that's just part of the process of growing up. But this colorism thing, and I really hope we're coming to a part of our lives in this world, because I feel like there's a gap between new age Indians and then old age Indians. Like, especially the second generation, where they're like in America and they don't know if they should adapt to American concepts, where it's like, is it what ideals and morals are we going to take to our future generations? And are we going to keep some of the archaic traditions of, oh, don't get dark, or, oh, you have to be quiet and nice and sweet like a little Indian girl? Like, what morals are we going to take with us to our future families? So I really hope for the next generation, as I'm trying to rush my makeup because I'm officially running late, I really hope our generation of kids who grew up here and have either migrated here and have learned how to, live in this world. I hope they take the good stuff, that this whole archaic behavior of how we look at women, how we look at our color, how we look at our skin has really just, the bonds of that have been broken. Like, we're so much more than that, especially women. We're always trying to find new ways to cage women, to put down women. And this is such a ridiculous thing of all things. Like, the melanin in your skin is what's going to come down to how we judge people. Like, no, it's not like that, because melanin doesn't make money. It doesn't do anything. It's just a part of who you are. So I really hope that we embrace our color, no matter what shade we are, whether we're a dark Indian, light Indian. We realize that we're so much more than those things in this world. And I really hope one day these aunties and uncles, they look back and they see that these traditions don't do anything that's good. Like, I often wonder, like, yeah, we have, like, oh, Indian traditions are so great. Like, we have so many historical traditions, and it's so beautiful and all this stuff. But, like, how much of that stuff is good? Like, how much of that is worth really passing on to our future generations? There's a lot of things that I would love for my kids to have: the respect for family, the tradition, the culture, the food. Oh, I love my food. I miss my food. Anyways, I'm like, those are really important things I want to take back to my future generations. But things like colorism, the things about, like, oh, you have to put on some Fair and Lovely. My mom would always put on, like, Pond's like powder to look fair. I'm like, you look like a ghost. What are you doing? So I just don't think that those are some things that I'll be passing on. And I hope that younger generations that are growing up in America as Indian Americans realize this, and they transition out of that archaic. And there's a lot of stuff from our culture that's been passed on, and that's just how things have been. But we have a choice to diligently and deliberately not teach that to our families and not pass those things on. There's a lot of things in our culture that are great and are amazing that we can focus on, but one of those things is not colorism. We should celebrate everyone's color, celebrate everyone's individuality, and just really appreciate that part. I don't think we should be focusing this much on color. So aunties, if you're watching, because I know you're not, because I know you guys are going off from Facebook to Instagram now because it's happening. All right, you take over everything. I just hope you are conscious and you realize that those comments are not nice and they hurt people. And especially something you cannot control, like your skin color, it makes you think that something's wrong with you. And not just aunties, anyone in general, your moms, your family, your sisters, whatever. Just stop focusing so much on light stuff. Like, who cares? Nobody cares. And you know what? I found a man and I'm dark as hell, so whatever, it worked out. And yeah, stop making people feel like they're less than. If that's something that you feel in your own, go to a therapist, deal with it. It's okay, but don't put it on someone else to feel bad for what they were made of and their genetics. Let them feel proud to be beautiful and who they are. And don't ask me why I'm so tan or so dark, because I was out there having a good time in the sun, in the beach, doing what I want to do. Okay? I really challenge our generation, right? The ones that grew up here, that are in their 20s and 30s, or about to have families, to look at our culture, look at the things that you want to pass on. And I'm not trying to bash our culture, because I love being Indian. It's my favorite thing in the world to be. And I just want you to look at your history, your family, and think about what are some things that you're going to pass on to your family and to your future. Not just with your kids, but with who you are as a person and who you share that with, and your family, your friends, your spouses, or your loved ones. What are you going to pass on from our culture? Are you going to make people feel guilty for being a color that they have no control over? Or are you going to encourage them and make them feel beautiful for being who they are and how they make people feel and how they feel? And that's really more important than anything else in this world, is really having that as a gift that you can give to people. So I challenge you to think about this question. And yeah, let me know your thoughts, and if you struggled with colorism, or if you have ever been discriminated against or made fun of or heard snide remarks or comments, I would love to hear how you responded or what made you feel that way. And I apologize that you felt that way, and I apologize that you had to go through that. It's not fun. It's very demoralizing. So I hope you come to terms with it, accept your body and your skin for what it is, and hope you learn to love yourself for more than just what's in your skin. So yeah, this has been a great towel talk, I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, have a great week, whatever this is, because I don't know when I'm gonna post it. But yeah, take care. Bye.